Hello and welcome to today's League of Legends Roundup, where we cover the games that took place in the four major regions for June 18th. In this video, we're going to be covering the LPL and LCK. The LPL started at 2:45 this morning. I was not up for that, so I fast forwarded through it and caught up to the games and things like that, and took the notes to save the time in case you didn't even want to get up at 4 o'clock to try and catch up on all this. We go over it. And, yeah, pretty much that's the deal. So, Victory 5 come in 9th in my power rankings. Those came out Thursday, if you missed them, versus LGD. Both teams only having one series under their belts. Victory 5 would go with XLB in jungle instead of Karsa. I didn't really pay attention and know why. LGD would then swap solo laners in game 1. They threw Azir in top lane on Yag. Oh my god, I can't. His name should just be Yag. I don't care if it's Yij, whatever. It should be Yag. Nevertheless. So, they put him top lane and put Fearness in mid on Renekton. And that went well, I wouldn't say it went terribly. The game went 48 minutes long. So, at 3 minutes, Victory 5 started this off with 2 kills in bot, 2-1. XLB with both on Wukong. LGD then would go 2-1 and bot themselves 2 minutes later. At 7 minutes, LGD would get a kill in the river. Had to make sure I was actually recording. After getting that kill in the river at 7 minutes, they take an Infernal. They then go bot lane again. Assume with a double kill on Kalista. Assume looked good today. Looking at the board right now, he's looked good in most of the game so far. So maybe he is a solid replacement for Eric. At 10 minutes, laning phase ends with LGD up 6-3, 3k gold. Assume is 3-1-3. During laning phase, Victory 5 attempted 2 plays, were successful on 1, and LGD were 2 for 3. 12 minutes, Victory 5 go top lane. LGD say, fine, we'll take a Hex Tech, and then at 4 minutes later, they go top lane. There's a reset. LGD go to Cloud Soul Point. Victory 5 go bot at 20 minutes. And then at 23 minutes, we have a big fight where LGD wins 3-1. They start the Baron, Victory 5 get a double kill, LGD finish the Baron, and then Victory 5 clean them out. So overall, Rich and Dream both had double kills in that fight. Rich ends up being MVP. His Gangplank was really impactful in Game 1, and he also had some impacts in Game 2. Dream also was solid for Victory 5 in Rookie's place. So after this, Victory 5 take a Cloud to prevent Soul from going over. 26 minutes, Victory 5 get a kill mid. And now they are up in kills 11-10. Rich is 2-1-4. Assume is 4-3-5. Victory 5 then take another Cloud. They get a kill bot. And now we're in the 30s here. At 32 minutes, there's a 2-2 in the jungle. 34 minutes, LGD get a pick. They take the Baron. There's a fight afterwards that goes 3-2. Assume with all 3 kills. That gives LGD a 2k gold lead. They'd use that Baron to take Cloud Soul. So now at 36 minutes, the score is 16-16. Assume is 8-3-5, and XLB is 6-1-3 as the 2 most prominent carries. At 37 minutes, Victory 5 are able to defend their base 4-1. Rich with a double, once again coming up big. This allowed them to get Prio over the Drake pit, and at 41 minutes, they would win a fight 3-1. XLB with a double to secure the Elder. They would use that Elder to take a Baron, giving them a 5k lead at 42 minutes. And then at 48 minutes on my paper, I don't know, on my notes it's 48 minutes. I'm not sure if it was this long. But Victory 5 win a fight 5-1. Photic and Rich both with doubles to end the game. Final score 28-19. Both teams were 0-2 on the power play. Game 2, a lot shorter, but just as close. LGD get a kill level 1, and we wouldn't get another kill till 9 minutes. So they get that kill level 1, and then they take a Hex Tech Drake. Victory 5 take the Rift Herald at 9 minutes in a fight that goes 2-1, and then take an Ocean. 12 minutes, LGD go top lane, and at 15 minutes, laning phase ends with LGD up 3-2, and the gold's still close. They then go top lane. During laning phase, by the way, LGD were 2 for 4 on their attempts to make a play. They were solid in executing. Shadow was actually able to execute his dives and his ganks well. The team was able to move around the Rift in the early game and get out to early leads in both, but are unable to close it out. So at 16 minutes, LGD go top. Victory 5 take an Infernal. XLB would solo kill Jinzhao at 20 minutes. At 22 minutes, LGD taking Infernal after getting 1 kill. However, when they did that, Victory 5 said, fine, well, our other members are going to go over to Baron. And they set up for Baron, and they win a fight 3-0 to do so, getting it and going up 5k gold, and that's where the game would turn. Victory 5 winning a fight in mid 1-0 at 25 minutes, and then before the Baron power play ends, they end the game 2-0 in bot. Rich with both kills on the Cal. Final score 9-5. Victory 5 1-for-1 on the power play. Series 2 between Top and IG. We have two teams that are both in my power rankings. Top 11th and IG 20th. So, in this one, I have Knight as the MVP. Knight pulled out a brand in Game 2, which was really interesting. We haven't seen a brand in a very long time in the mid lane. So, Game 1, IG would get a 2v2 kill at 5 minutes and use that prio in bot lane to take a mountain. And then at 8 minutes, they would get 2 kills in bot again, diving. 9 minutes, Top would get their first kill in a pick. IG then taking Infernal. At 12 minutes, Top win a fight in top lane 3-1. And laning phase ends at 16 minutes, 4-4. Top up 2k gold. Knight 1-0-3 on the Talia. So Knight, 100% kill participation. He was all over the rift with the Talia. When they give Knight something that he can carry with, Top are going to be in the best place possible. Knight is one of the best mid laners in the world. Give him the weapon and he will, do the job. So, laning phase ends, both teams 1-for-1 on their attempts to make a play. At 17 minutes in mid, there's a fight that goes 2-2, and then the game stalls out between 17 and 25 minutes, where Top would take 2 clouds, but there would be no kills. At 25 minutes, Top take a Baron after a 2-0 fight. They're up 5k gold. With the Baron, they win a fight in bot 3-1. Knight with 2 of the 3 kills in the 3-1 in bot. That puts her gold lead to 8.5k before they reset. They're up 11-7 in kills. Knight has 100% kill participation at this point. 5-0-6. 31 minutes. Top go 2-0 in the IG base. Knight with both kills. They reset a bit. Take their second Baron. They're up 12.5k gold. And they end with that Baron 5-0. Knight with 2 more kills. So final score 18-7. Top are 1-for-2 on the power play. Game 2. A little closer. IG would go bot lane again, emphasizing they wanted to get Wink ahead, and they succeeded at 5 minutes going up. They reset, Top take a Hex Tech. 8 minutes, IG go mid for a trade of kills. They then go top lane. So June's all over the place. He is carrying the early game. Top take an Ocean. IG dive top. Top lane goes top lane. Top lane goes top lane. What the? Top goes top lane. And at 15 minutes, Top get a pick. So 16 minutes. That's all that happened in 16 minutes in game 2. So we had IG going bot lane, going mid lane, going top lane again. Top going top lane, Top getting a pick, all before 16 minutes. And at 16 minutes, that's when laning phase ended, with IG up 4-3 in kills. Gold pretty much tied, and June is 2-1-2, like I said, doing things for IG in a big way. During laning phase, Top were not successful on any plays. That may sound weird, but they didn't really attempt to gank a dive or a roam that was an outnumbered situation that wasn't already initiated by IG. But IG were 3-for-4 on their plays. The game would stall out after that, after 16 minutes, and the next 3 fights would only come around objectives. IG would take an Infernal, and then at 21 minutes, Top would go to Infernal Soul Point after a fight that goes 1-1. Then at 27 minutes, Top win a fight to take Infernal Soul outright. Wayward with a double kill on the gangplank. They would then use that prio to go take a Baron, 2.5k gold lead, and then they would end 5-2. Knight with a double on the brand. The final fight to end it. Final score 11-7. Like I said, Knight ends up being MVP. He was very impactful in game 1, and it takes a lot of, gumption to go with a brand in game 2. He pulled it out and he did well. And we also saw IG go with Ornn mid in game 1. So we saw some weird picks today in places you normally don't see them. Series 3 between Wii and Weibo. I expected Team World Elite to make this a 3-game series. In spring, this series was close, so I'm not surprised it was 3 games. World Elite swapped out Xie. Jing and Jinlu for, no, Kadaya. Kadaya. So, Xie, Jing, and Kadaya were swapped out for Shanks, SMLZ, and Heal. And honestly, first time seeing SMLZ, he is pretty solid, at least on the Callista. So, game one, Team Wii end up taking an Ocean to start this one off. 6 minutes, the Shy does the Shy things and solo kills Bubu in top lane. They would play the Jace versus Gnar matchup in all 3 games. The Shy on Jace and Bubu on Gnar. We then take a Cloud, and at 15 minutes, we'd get our next kill when Weibo go mid. 17 minutes, the Shy would solo kill Bubu again to set up for Mountain. Weibo then go mid lane for 2 kills. They go mid lane again for At 17 minutes, they go bot lane for 2 kills, then go mid lane for 1 kill. And laning phase ends then at 18 minutes. Weibo up 6-0, 5k gold. The Shy is 3-0-1. During laning phase, World Elite attempted 2 plays unsuccessfully. Weibo attempted 1 and were successful. At 19 minutes, Weibo would go bot lane. 20 minutes, Weibo would go 2-0 in mid. 22 minutes, Weibo then take a Baron. So all these things, like Weibo are just running over World Elite. Game 1 ends up being 18-1. They just run them right over. So they're up 11k gold with this Baron. They use the Baron to go to Mountain Soul Point, winning a fight 5-0 to secure it. The Shy with a double kill. They then end the game before the Baron expires, 4-1 in mid. SFM with a double on the Viego. Final score, like I said, 18-1. They really just blew them out. Game 2, not a lot written here, but Team World Elite end up responding. 4 minutes, they go bot lane, getting 2 kills. Weibo would simultaneously dive top. So we have World Elite going bot and Weibo going top. At 6 minutes, Bubu would solo kill the Shy. World Elite would take a Hex Tech and then end laning phase extremely early at 7 minutes by taking down the first turret. And probably is the earliest first turret we've seen in quite a long time. 7 minutes is pretty crazy. They were up 3-1 in kills and 3k gold. During laning phase, World Elite attempted 1 play successfully, and Weibo were 1 for 2. Then the game stalls out. So we have no kills between 6 minutes when Bubu solo killed the Shy, like I said, and 18 minutes. During that span, like I said, World Elite took a Hex Tech. They then would take a Mountain and then go to Ocean Soul Point before we'd have our next confrontation at 18 minutes when Weibo get 2 kills in mid. And then at 22 minutes, Team Wii win a fight 5-1. Bishang and Shanks both with doubles to secure Ocean Soul. They would then use that to go over to Baron. They would take the Baron 4-0. There'd be a fight afterwards. SMLZ with a triple, and that puts them up 8k. And then they end right after that Baron subsides, 4-1. SMLZ with a double at 26 minutes. So really clean game. I mean, getting ahead early and taking down a turret at 7 minutes by World Elite really just shows how weird Weibo gets. Sometimes Weibo just doesn't show up in games, and that's kind of the thing that's against them right now. Like, it really is. It is baffling that a team this good just ints so often. Game 3, slow early game where Weibo would take an Ocean, and we'd have first blood in a big fight at 9 minutes. Juan Feng ends up being MVP, and you're going to think to yourself, you haven't mentioned Juan Feng at all. I haven't really. I haven't. The Shy carried them game 1. Game 2, he was non-existent as he got ran over by SMLZ. But in game 3, he played a very pivotal role on the Callista. So at 9 minutes, there's a fight that goes 3-3 in the river, bot side river. Juan Feng ends up getting all 3 kills for Weibo. Bishang on the Trundle gets 2 for Team World Elite. 12 minutes, Team World Elite secure the Cloud, but Weibo would win the fight 3-1, SFM with a double. Weibo then win a fight in bot 3-1 at 15 minutes. They get a pick and start really pushing on World Elite's base already at 17 minutes. Team Wii would defend 1-0, and laning phase would end there with Weibo up 10-6 in kills, 8k gold, and Juan Feng is 6-1-4. So Juan Feng is just dominating this game. Honestly, Angel, I thought, played really, really well on the Azir in Game 3 as well. His shuffles were on point. Honestly, I almost made him MVP, but I feel like it would have probably taken some people off guard if they watched the game. They'd be like, why it really is that? But I thought he did really well setting up these plays. That fight in the river that I mentioned that really set this game off, Angel played a role in. Angel was really good on the Azir. So, laning phase, World Elite attempted one play unsuccessfully. Weibo were 1 for 3. Team World, Weibo would take a mountain. World Elite would start crawling back in this game at 19 minutes for what seemed like a few minutes. World Elite could maybe make a comeback. However, in the end, they would falter. World Elite go bot lane. They get a pick at 20 minutes. And at 22 minutes, the fun ends with Weibo winning a fight 5-1 in the river. Wanfeng with a triple. Final score 15-9. Just a clean game out of Weibo in Game 3. They get through Team World Elite. We'll see how they do going forward. It's one of those deals. Like I keep saying, I think Weibo, when they're good, they're really, really good. But sometimes they put up games like this that make you kind of like scratch your head, like, what the hell are you doing? So, we're going to end with the LPL now. We're going to go on to the LCK. I'm going to mention I am going to move my mic. I realize it's farther away than I probably want it to be. But I do not refilm these because I feel like my opinions are more authentic when they're straight up first take. So just be prepared that the audio will be at a different level when we switch scenes in like 5 seconds. Okay, now for the LCK. Gen.g and HLE start us off. Gen.g is my 4th ranked team in my power rankings. They really just took it to HLE in a big way. Quick games. I was really happy that maybe we're seeing the meta start to shift where these teams are learning how to end early on this patch. For a second there, I thought all games would end at 40 minutes, but it seems that when one team is clearly better, they can get the job done pretty quickly. So Peanut ends up being MVP in this one. He really gaps on fleek in both games in a really big way. Game 1, Gen.g take an Ocean and then get first blood at 9 minutes when they go mid 1 for 1. They then get a Rift Herald a minute later, 2 for 1. Dudu, however, solo kills Doran at 13 minutes in top. Dudu on Gwen, Doran on the Akali. Gen.g then take a Cloud and laning phase ends 3-3 at 14 minutes. Gen.g up 3k gold. During laning phase, both teams attempted one play unsuccessfully. Doran would solo kill Onfleek at 16 minutes. 19 minutes, Gen.g go to Infernal Soul Point, so HLE, letting these Drakes get away from them. And at 19 minutes, Gen.g win a fight 5-0. Ruler with a triple on Senna to secure the Drake. 21 minutes, Gen.g win a fight in the jungle 3-0. That gives them prio over the Baron. They take it, 12.5k gold lead at 22 minutes. They're up 12-3. Peanut is 4-1-4 on the Wukong. And then they end with the Baron 4-0. Final score 16-4 as you see here. Game 2, Gen.g start off strong at 5 minutes, getting a 2v2 kill. They would use that bot prio to take a Hextech Drake. They then would go mid, take an Ocean. 12 minutes, they dive bot 2-0. Then they go top lane. 16 minutes, we have a skirmish in bot lane that goes 2 for 2. Gen.g then go bot again. At 18 minutes, Gen.g just continue to roll over HLE. This sounds like I am just repeating myself because Gen.g are just rolling them over. Gen.g go to Cloud Soul Point after a pick at 18 minutes and laning phase ends there. Gen.g up 9-2, only 3k gold this time, but 9-2 nonetheless, and are at Soul Point. Peanut is 3-0-4 on the Viego. 2 for 4 on their attempts to make a play. HLE didn't attempt any. 20 minutes, HLE go top. Gen.g go top a minute later to offset that. Really emphasizing playing with the top side of the rift. 23 minutes, Gen.g take the Cloud Soul after a fight that goes 1-1. They then go over to Baron and get a pick, take the Baron, get a kill afterwards, up 7.5k gold. Baron would end, and then Gen.g end the game at 29 minutes, 5-0. Chovy with a triple. Final score 18-4. Just clean games out of Gen.g. Gen.g continue to prove that they're one of the best teams in the world. Definitely in the conversation in the top, 7 or 8 that I have in my power rankings that I consider The far left, column are the teams that are at, oh well, these teams could win worlds. Gen.g theoretically could. I mean, they have great players in every role. Now, DRX and Fred at Brion. Fred at Brion continue to play their way. And DRX beat him. Zika ends up being MVP. Played really well in both games on the Corki and the Ari. Game 1, Bro would take a Mountain. At 11 minutes, we'd get First Blood when DRX get a kill and take Infernal. They then get a pick a few minutes later, and at 15 minutes, laning phase ends. DRX up 2-0, 2.5k gold. Neither team really attempted much. Fred at Brion would then take an Ocean. 19 minutes, they'd go bot lane, and at 21 minutes, go top lane. So Fred at Brion are all over the place making things happen, but DRX are able to secure the objectives because the team comp just allowed them to get to the objective first and made Fred at Brion have to come to them. And Fred at Brion are not initiators. The team won't... Fred at Brion wants you to be over-aggressive and make the mistake. Otherwise, they will just slowly bleed out. Case in point in this one, between 21 minutes and 29 minutes, there were no kills. And DRX were able to go to Ocean Soul Point, securing one and then the Soul Point. 29 minutes, DRX are able to take the Baron after Zika solo kills Umpty. That gives them a 3.5k gold lead. They use that Baron to take Ocean Soul. They then get their second Baron at 36 minutes with a 7.5k gold lead. During that Baron, they take the Elder. Fred at Brion would get a kill, but DRX would end up taking the Elder, winning a fight 3-1. Zika with a double kill in a 4v5. They then use that Elder to end 4-0. Deft with a double. So DRX just takes it to Fred at Brion. Fred at Brion just to let it happen, pretty much. That's just kind of the deal. That's how Fred at Brion rolls. Game 2, slow early game once again. The teams trade Drakes. DRX takes a Hextech. Fred at Brion taking Infernal. At laning phase, not laning phase. First Blood comes at 14 minutes at 2-0 in the jungle. That would pretty much end the laning phase with DRX up 2-0. They were the ones that had the 2-0. 2k gold lead. Both teams attempted 2 plays unsuccessfully. DRX then take a Mountain uncontested. We wait till the next Mountain spawns where Fred at Brion would take it after getting a pick. 24 minutes, DRX get a pick and take a Baron. That gives them a 3.5k gold lead. They use that Baron to go to Mountain Soul Point. 33 minutes. Fred at Brion would go to Mountain Soul Point after winning a fight 3-1. So now at 34 minutes, the game is only 4-4. DRX has a slight 2.5k gold lead, and at 34 minutes, that's nothing. So it's anyone's game. 35 minutes, DRX wins a big fight, 2-0 in the river. Zika with both kills. That secures them prio over the Baron. They take their second Baron. They're up 5k gold. They use that Baron to then get prio over the Drake, the 7th Drake fight, where they take Mountain Soul, winning the fight 4-1. Zika with 2 kills. And then they end the game. 11-5. 0-2 on the power play, but DRX were able to get past the Fred at Brion monster. Just one of those deals, these games. I'll tell you what, just one of those deals. So comment down below, what do you think of the LPL and LCK as we head into Sunday tomorrow, and what will be week 2 for LCK, week 3 for the LPL. Comment down below what your takes are. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Stay tuned later today. I will have my part 2 of my roundup out, where I cover the LEC and LCS games. So that'll be out, as well as the sneak peek. This sneak peek is going to probably be out well before the roundup is for the other games. I'm just going to get them out. So do your predictions if you want to do them. And yeah, thanks for watching.